Crusaders. Let's talk about the Crusaders today. So we might remember Crusaders as one of the more or like the better supportive classes, right? You get the Gospel, you get the Devo, probably Kings of War of Imperium as well in classic Ragnarok Online. But this is Ragnarok Zero. Well, what we're talking about is Ragnarok Zero. What I'm playing is not necessarily Ragnarok Zero as a test server. But with the upcoming Ragnarok Zero Global release, we kind of need to reassess the Crusader and see what the skills do, see the changes to the skills, if any, and there have been quite a few, and then make a judgment on whether we want to play that character or not. All right, so I don't really know how to build a Crusader, so I just kind of threw some stats into everything. I gave her a Solar Sword and the regular guard, nothing else on her. I got those skills right here, so Grand Cross level 10, Holy Cross level 10, and shield stuff, because that's really what has changed, nothing else. And let's get right to it. So your Swordman skills, same thing. You got the Bash, you got the Magnum Break, same thing, same damage. Very good, very cool. You got your Holy Cross, which didn't really see any buffs. It still does more damage to undead and demons, of course. But it's nothing to write home about. Like 1.5k damage compared to like all the other classes' damage is very little, especially for a second job in Ragnarok Zero. But the biggest change, I think, so far, in my opinion, comes in Shield Boomerang. Look at this. It's like it's a freaking ranged bonk with a shield that does like 1 point something k. And it's quite spammable too. I mean, if you get like a braggy on yourself, that's really cool. Like, you're not gonna be, king of DPS, but I just kind of like the idea of throwing your shield like that and just bonking something, right? So that's pretty cool. But, that single target is not necessarily very hard damage, and it doesn't really gonna let you farm that well, right? You can go for your double-handed spear with quickens and criticals, and that's gonna be fun for sure. But I think where the biggest change comes with the Crusader is Grand Cross. And I can imagine people will be playing Grand Cross as well. We remember Grand Cross as, dealing like 1/4 of our health and damage to us. And that made it quite annoying to use, not gonna lie, in Classic. But with Ragnarok Zero, we have the change of it not really dealing that much damage to us. So let's check it out. Boom. See, I only got like 20% of my damage, of my health is damaged. So that's not that bad, right? I can use a very good amount of those before I should probably start potting, right? And if I'm using like on my auto guards and a very well upgraded gear, then I'm probably not gonna get that much damage from the monsters that I'm fighting anyway. Let's give it a shot in like reality, not on training dummies. Let's go to Orc's Dungeon. I mean, keep in mind, I'm like probably not built very well, and I'm using no equipment. Check this out. I feel like there's a lot improved in Grand Cross. Like I remember Grand Cross being very clunky to use. Like some monsters would not get damaged on certain cells. And look, this is actually working. Okay, these guys die very quickly. Maybe we should go for something stronger too. Yeah, let's give it a shot at something stronger. So we can see a couple more hits. Probably Dark Priests, right? Let's go for Dark Priests. Warp, GH, Giard, right? No? Oh shit, I don't remember. Where is Dark Lord? Warp, GL, Cast, 0. Not contaminated one, just regular one. Giard. Glassheim Giard. What's the problem? There we go. All right, let's get a bunch of these guys. Oh, maybe one is enough. Boom. That's viable. And, given your additional bonuses that you bring to the party with Devo, and later on when you are a paladin, which we will be getting third jobs in Ragnarok Zero eventually as well, and Gospel and all of that stuff, playing a Crusader might be a good idea. And, given that you're gonna spend a very good amount of time in party play in Ragnarok Zero because of the memorial dungeons and all of that, you will always have a spot. Two Crusaders probably not, but one Crusader will always have a spot. All right, I died right there. But yeah, that wasn't so bad. Like considering I'm not wearing any gear. It's nowhere near the level of the knight, of course. It's, maybe if we like, let's place more vit first. Let's go 60 vit. Let's add more strength, I guess. I don't know, 20 strength, and let's add more int and see how that works. I don't know. Let's try it again. So yeah, compared to the knight, of course he's not gonna be breaking DPS numbers or farming numbers, but it's still possible. Oh, they didn't die in one hit, almost. Okay. So yeah, it's very, very possible. You're still gonna be doing things. You can totally make a solo build for like the Cursed Abbey once it comes out when you're a paladin and all of that, but we'll see how it works. I don't remember all the fever maps. Like for the ones that I remember, you being a Crusader doesn't really benefit you that much. So the Orc Fever map, the maybe for Glass Time Fever. Yeah, you will definitely be in the plus when Glass Time Fever comes out, which will not be at the very beginning of the game. It's probably going to be like the second or third patch. But yeah, once Glass Time Fever comes out, it's going to be very, very useful to have a Grand Cross build for sure. So yeah, that's really the Crusader. There isn't really anything else that has changed. Unfortunately, it's one of those classes that I believe they left them alone because they're already so good as a supportive class that there was really nothing to improve. It's not supposed to be one of your main farming classes at the beginning, I suppose. Maybe as a paladin, yeah, sure. But as the Crusader, yeah, you're a very good support. You will always have a spot in the party. But if you're a solo player, I don't know so much. There are better options.